Hello, Divine Feminines. The energy right now is no joke. Contracts are closing, illusions are shattering, and the collective is shifting fast. Stay with us because tonight we're going to show you exactly what this means for your ascension.
Oh, well, we are live and we just lost Jen. Oh my goodness. Oh, we were just talking about weird technical challenges and Shazam. There it is right there. So I'm just gonna take over until she gets back on the line. My name is Hope of Ascending Life Tarot, and welcome to our beautiful live tonight. We're going to look at this 9-9 portal. And I'm not going to get too much into the 9-9 portal because Miss Jen here has an intro for us. Oh.
Hello, I'm back. I am so sorry, Hope. Okay, so welcome to the Embodied Flame Temple. I'm the Awakened Jen, and I'm here with my friend and fellow Divine Feminine intuitive, Hope from Ascending Life Tarot. She's been on this path for a while, and her focus is Ascension. So this is a sacred space for Divine Feminines, light workers, twin flames, grid keepers, and the 144,000. Those of you who know that you're here to rise into embodiment and live your mission. Every other week, we plan to come together to read the current Ascension energy and bring you advice from our powerful spirit teams, and then open up the space to pull cards for you live. So settle in, say hello in the chat, and let us know where you're watching from, and put a heart if you'd like for us to pull cards for you. And so now then, let's create this temple energy together. All right, so Hope. This 9-9 portal energy is bringing us a lot of changes, a lot of endings, and a lot of new beginnings. So why don't you explain what our shifts are that we've been talking about that kind of brought us to today?
Oh my goodness. Well, so I'm going to tell just a short story. I promise it won't be one of those short stories made long. Short story. It started with the full moon, right? We all went through that significant, blood moon, lunar eclipse, full moon in Pisces. Really, really, really big deal. And what it's doing for everyone, definitely me, definitely Jen as well, is it's really clarifying your path, your mission, your purpose, and what your next steps are. And course corrections along the timeline, along your path, are being made like this. And spirit is not subtle. Your team of light, they are bringing it hot. And so last Thursday, right before that Sunday full moon, we just were beginning to move into that full moon. Jen, we got to have a talk, please, because we got to pivot on this twin flame stuff we've been doing. It's evolving very rapidly, and we got to switch it up. We got to update and do it a little bit differently. And fortunately, she said, "Oh my goodness, Hope, I feel it too. I'm glad you said that." And then we had this amazing conversation about just where we want to take the energies that will be of greater service to you guys, greater service to us, and the work we want to put out on the planet. And just kind of heads up, and chances are, if you've been on a live with us before, you know about this. My intuition works one way, Jen's works in a completely different way. Such beautiful energy that it complements very, very well together. And what you might notice is you kind of get a 1-2 punch where I'll say something and from one kind of end of the spectrum, Jen will say something from the other to give you a more complete picture. And I want to tell you guys that there is a sacred coded chemistry in the messages that the energies that either we both bring together to create this recipe that creates different types of activations in your field. So through any live we do, you might notice that different epiphanies come upon you, different kinds of intuitive hits, thoughts, ideas, healings, etc. And so that's also why I'm so excited to bring this new format to you today.
So the new format is really just focus more on the divine feminine and not just necessarily those that were part of the Twin Flame Collective. I mean, we have, light workers, star seeds, grid keepers, all kinds. We are all part of the Ascension journey. And so I wanted myself to shift the focus off of the relationship kind of part of the Ascension and more focused on, again, the embodiment. And the embodiment is something we do personally for ourselves. So I think this is going to be a great shift, and I'm excited for, where we're going with this. All right. So are you ready to talk about the energy, the 9-9 portal?
Yeah.
Okay. So I did prepare something for the 9-9 portal. We've got a collective reset into sacred union is what's happening with this portal. So the 9-9 portal marks a sacred turning point in the collective journey of awakening. In numerology, 9 is the number of endings, completion, and karmic closure. To move forward into a higher path, something must come to an end. And with 909 specifically, the 0 is source itself, God, spirit, the divine, stepping into place a powerful and purposeful ending into your path so that a new timeline can emerge. This is not random, it is destined. As the feminine energy rises in September, the 9-9 portal acts like a divine reset button. Old soul contracts are closing, distorted timelines are dissolving, and the blueprint for a new collective reality is being activated. And I didn't even realize when I did this channeled message that it was 999 portal, which is the amplified energy of these endings. And so I was really feeling that 0 energy very loudly because that was source coming through and saying, no, we're done. And I saw literally the timelines, and it's just that's the part that is being just kind of highlighted the most. And so that kind of moved me into the next part where Metatron had come through, and Archangel Metatron comes forward now with a clear command: remember who you are. This is the activation of the code and the template for the new timeline. The lights have officially come on. So that was the big, the lights are on into this new timeline. The old cycle, the new reality was just a dream, a vision that you aspire to. And then you moved into the in-between void where you could feel both timelines, but weren't rooted in either one. You were suspended, unsure of where you belonged. And so that's that 0 point. And that's kind of where we've been. And so what I was feeling with that one was just we're kind of being pulled. We've been pulled into both timelines right now, and that old one is fading out more and more each day. And so that's what he was kind of showing me is the lights are on up here. This one is becoming the most clearest reality that we have right now, and this one is becoming much darker and faded out, so much so that you may even be losing memories from that timeline. You may lose we're not just losing the connections that we've had, we're literally losing just even the groundedness to that timeline. It's just that much faded because this one is becoming that much more reality. So Metatron has turned the lights on now. The new blueprint is online. The reality is becoming your clearest reality, the one that feels the most real. The old timeline has faded into a dream state, and you may even look back in your journals and ask, did that really happen that way? Because the connection is dissolving. The feminine rises through surrender and release by allowing the old timeline to become a dream of the past and letting her full weight rest in the reality that has now been activated. And so that was just something, that we were talking about the old timelines are just gone. And so we started this with one timeline kind of in place, and we were talking about how the twin flame, the old twin flame time template was going away. It was completed. And so this is kind of our place here of like in practice of the new timeline kind of being, because it completely lost resonance that quickly.
Yes.
To where we were at right now. It's just like, no, like right here, it mattered, but it this quick, within just weeks, it no longer has resonance to us anymore. And so you might be feeling that in all kinds of areas of your life right now. And you might have like a lot of the old stuff might be coming back up just for review, but not to be, I mean, it's like this is the final chapter to get it out. Things are closing and it's time for like to move into the new timeline. So what do you have to add to this? Because I know you had your own like complete downloads were coming in too.
Oh my gosh. We to the point you just said, like with that beautiful, the 90909, right? Oh my goodness. We are definitely in the space between, with that the Virgo new moon. I think it was August 22nd, and then we have this Pisces huge eclipse, just this past Sunday, and then I think it's around that 21st of September we have the second Virgo new moon with the equinox the very next day. We are in the space between, and our whole energy field, our potential, what's possible for us, our timelines are all being restructured and reorganized. So to your point, Jen, like you won't even remember maybe who you used to be. And one of the things that's really been happening for me and maybe some of y'all too, is I don't even know what time it is anymore. I won't even know what day it is anymore. I'm like, what?
Make sense.
What is going on?
It's swirling.
Right? Yeah. Oh my goodness. You know that you are living in a multi-dimensional reality where not only the veils have thinned, but they are completely disintegrated. If you find yourself in portals where I don't know what day, what time it is, it makes it difficult to ground. That is the space between, that is this zero that I believe that's how we experience it as a human. Is we're like, whoa, I have no temporal reality right now. I can't ground into it.
Not grounded.
You got it. And that's going to be continuing. And so stay on top of your intentions and know that whatever isn't for you is projectile leaving your field.
You're not trying to hang on either. You're going to get drugged. It's not going to be good.
That's it. That's why, Jen, I said a moment ago, Jen, we got on the line and I'm like, dude, what we were doing before, it's gone. I can't find it. It's gone. Because we are getting called up, just like everybody is getting called up into a more healed, whole state of being. And with this, moving into the equinox, right after that second new moon, that's when, however your foundation has fundamentally shifted and changed, is going to be a launching pad point for where you go. Probably, definitely 2026. You will get a chance to do some tweaking of that plan in a mid-late February, but just trust, have faith.
Well, and I feel, for me, I feel like we have until February.
Yes.
Like the energy is good. This energy that we're feeling right here, I feel like it's moving into February. And February is where we start feeling some release of this energy. So, I mean, because we've still got Saturn is in Pisces right now in retrograde until that February date that you're kind of pointing at. And so it's all about the karma. And, and I mean, because you've got Pisces too. It's not just Saturn. Saturn's about the karma, but you've got Pisces too. That's the ancestral lineage that we've been talking about. And, I thought it was interesting what we had just brought out just right before we went live about just the energy that we've been feeling ourselves with that full moon. And we didn't even hit that, like, we were dealing with these ancestral things that we were just kind of like, it's all swirling. All the timelines are swirling at once. And so it's just hard to stay really grounded in this energy. And I think that's what we're being told to do. Like you've got to find a way to ground yourself into something. And I'm not being very good at it. So if you have any suggestions for that, I would love them for myself, because I have been just literally swirling. And but we're both Pisces, so
I
maybe
know.
you don't have anything.
You know, it's so true. We are both Pisces, and Jen is like a Pisces. Aren't you a Pisces rising too?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh God, see, I'm a Scorpio rising, right? But so we're all watered out. We're all watered out. Oh my goodness! But yeah, and so you brought up such a salient point when you're saying, hey, actually, you know what, for the rest of the year until that February time, yep. And this is one of the reasons I like these lives so much, is because every portal, we have the 10-10 portal. We all know about that 11-11 portal, because that thing's always huge. And then we have the 12-12 portal. Every portal, we will get to try on a higher timeline and keep refining the process. And I wish my little tricks for grounding were more effective than they are now. But I also think that's a little bit by design. Do your best. And
Well, I do a bath every single evening, with the salt bath every single evening. I feel like that, honestly, your grounding comes in with whatever your sign is. That's what I've kind of seen, is like people who are like air signs, they like to be out in nature, kind of taking in, the clean air. And the fire signs, they will have like campfires or things like they like things that deal with that, or movement too. Fire signs definitely like movement.
Big time.
Water signs, it's the water, any type of water. And then the earth signs, it's anything that they can get their hands into. So like my son is a Virgo, and he likes gardening, and it's just like, that's meditative, and that's how you can kind of get yourself like centered in this space. And that's the only thing I've got. That's my only trick, is I get in the tub every single night.
It's so true. It's so true. Oh my God. Oh my God.
All right. So are we ready to move over to the collective reading now?
I think we are. Yeah.
Okay. So
I was going to say, if anybody watching has any other questions about the 9-9 portal that perhaps has come up as Jen or I was speaking, please drop it in the comments, and we'll try to get to it.
Okay, so I'm going to do the invocation first before we get started. So if you'll close your eyes and take 3 deep breaths, breathe in. That's 1. Breathe in. That's 2. Breathe in. That's 3. I now call in the Council of the Awakened Flame, a collective of angels, archangels, ascended masters, our higher selves, and guardian angels, galactic family, to please enter this present space and time. I call upon Archangel Michael to place a bubble of protection around us. Only beings of the highest vibration of pure love and light may enter in. I open myself now as a clear, surrendered channel. Only messages for the highest good of all, bringing healing, ascension, love, and light. So be it. Okay, so you're going to start us off with the current ascension energy.
Oh, this is great. So I'm going to actually, I'm going to pick an oracle card here, and I am using the Gaia Oracle. And I did pick this because Gaia is earth and grounding. So that was intentional. Let me pick a card with current ascension energy. Where are we on this beautiful 9-9 portal? Intuitive communication, the silent whispers of the heart. Oh, I love this so much. And so when it comes to your own, what your heart is saying, what your soul, how your life is speaking to you, the signs, the signals you receive, the downloads you receive, know that you are in a portal of heightened intuitive communication and connection. Yeah.
Lots of downloads coming in right now. And I think that that was kind of what I was pointing to with the weekend energy. Is just like, if you really pay attention, like it's coming in, and in ways that you can't hardly miss. Cause I mean, it's just, I mean, you're going to be faced with it head on. Okay. So the next part is, the piercing the illusion here. So what do we think is happening right now versus what is actually happening? And I'm using the Wild Reflections Tarot to pull from. And so what we think is happening right now is the Two of Cups. So the Two of Cups is a sacred partnership. This is soulmate energy. So we think that we are coming to a higher level of partnerships, which I actually think that we are. I think that's where we're heading towards with all of this energy. But what is actually happening? We have the Ace of Wands. Okay, so this is the start. So we're not there yet. So we've still got a little bit ways to go. But I mean, we're on the path. I don't think that we're too far off. I think that we're on the path. But this is the seed that plants it. So the thing with the Ace energy is like, that's just where the potential is there for it to happen. But it's what you do with the energy that makes it actually come into fruition. So the potential is here. That's what this new timeline is. The new timeline is opening up, but what are you going to do with it? And so that's sort of, if you want this, you're going to have to take the action when the opportunities are showing up. What do you want to add to this?
Oh gosh. Well, just to kind of piggyback a little bit on what you just said, absolutely. Two of Cups, twos are also crossroads energy. Keep choosing everything that aligns with that Ace of Wands in order to get that Two of Cups, right? Because we are at the beautiful crossroads. Yeah. Oh, I love it. Okay. Which blessings, which gifts, what support is being currently unlocked? We have the Chariot. Now, the Chariot is a very fast card. It's an archetype card. So whatever changes you're going through they're no joke. They are big. They are significant. This Chariot guy here, there's actually no reins. He is in command, in charge of the horses as they move forward, guiding them through the power of his intuition. So know that this is a path where you are guided and led through the powers of your intuitive sense, sometimes illogically so, but we also know that we do live in a world where 2 and 2 does not necessarily equal 4, and expect sometimes for it to not equal 4. Yeah.
I see like instantly the two timelines there. So like one of the things is like that card is about things going off the rails in two different ways, but you have the power to get it back. And so, but you have to take the power, but you have it. And I call that the MacGyver card, because I mean, it's like no matter what gets thrown at you, you have it within you to get this thing back the way that you want it to go. But I think the main thing is you've got to know what you want to happen. That's how come we kind of get, because we're like, I feel the pull. Well, which one are you going to direct it to? So this is, you've got to take control back and aim it where you're actually wanting to go. Okay. The next is the lessons at play. So what curriculum of growth is unfolding in the background? And we have the 8 of Pentacles. And so this is about the doing the work. And this is, did I mess up?
No.
You're looking at, okay.
No, you're doing great.
But I mean, this is like, we're not done doing the work though. I mean, we may be tired of the work, and I know that I am. I don't want any more lessons. I'm ready for, like the reward that comes. But it's like we've got to keep doing it. It's like, this isn't the time to let up. This is like, we've gotten this far because of the work we've done. If we let up now, I'm almost getting to like, I don't know if you've seen this meme. It's like this person is digging in this dirt, and there's like this gold that's just right that close, and they give up and turn around, and they're like just that close. It's like, don't give up. You've still got work to do. You're almost there. I know you're tired, but it's like you're almost there. If you give up now, you're going to give all the ground that you've gained away. So do you have anything to add with that?
Oh gosh, no, that is so beautifully stated. And as you were speaking, I was just kind of reflecting on my own process, through this new moon and oh God, the 9/9 portal, all of it. And keep going. You have to keep going. And sometimes the hardest work is the surrender. It's knowing when to stop and what to do differently, and summoning courage to make necessary changes. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Hidden blocks. Any resistance that may be keeping you stale, stuck, stagnant, right? Any resistance. Right now we have a 7 of Wands. Now in a lower timeline, right, in a previous version of you, a less whole, healed version of you, you learned, oh my goodness, I have got to set some boundaries. I have got to boundaries on myself, what I will do, what I won't do, stop any people pleasing, maybe letting relationships go where they wouldn't respect boundaries. One of the challenges to yield into right now is knowing when old boundaries that belonged to a previous version of you have now become blocks, where it's time to open up again more because you are more healed, and your life, your soul, your heart wants to show you that that you're a little bigger now, like you're a little bit more whole now, and it's time to shine a little brighter now. Yeah.
You
Do you
just
have
dropped a huge bomb with just that one, like the blocks
yeah.
that become your blocks. And so,
Yeah.
like, what I just see with that card is just there's still fighting.
Yeah.
You don't have to fight when you're in alignment. When you're where you're supposed to be, you don't have to fight it. And so, like, if you're still doing all the fighting, that's telling you like you're out of alignment still. You're
Yeah.
still like there's still things that need to go, but it's still. I don't even think that it. I don't think that we're fighting. I think we just still feel like we have to fight. It's like
Yeah.
that urge is still there. And so that's the inspection of what are those old survival instincts that you created that are no longer necessary. And they're kind of like you said, they're the block to where you're at right now. Because if you keep acting in that same way when the danger's not there, you're becoming the danger here. Like you're your own danger.
You just hit it on the head right there. That was it. That was it right there. Yes. Oh my goodness. Now,
Okay.
the very last thing I'll say, now the good news is this is all about you. This isn't something you need to protect against outside yourself. This is a crossroads, an internal choice you make yourself to your own empowerment. Yeah.
Okay. So the higher guidance I've pulled with my oracle deck, the Council of the Awakened Flame, and which is still prototype right now, but I'm loving the messages that are coming out. So the higher guidance, the council message for how to align with the highest timeline. And we have Kuan Yin. Compassion is a superpower. Angel number, you're going to love this, 999. Heart chakra, pale pink. The council speaks. So Kuan Yin is coming in, and she's just reminding us, to have the heart of compassion. Like compassion is our superpower. Like that fighting energy, like just that we do not have to fight. We do not have to fight. We can come in like with our hearts. Our hearts are safe now because of the work we've done. Our hearts are safe with us. And so that's why we don't have to fight, like, because our hearts are safe with us. That's all the work that we've been doing to this point, is to be able to like hold our own hearts before we hand it off to anyone else. And it's not even a handing off to anyone else anymore. We're inviting people into this space now. It's just like we're holding the heart here. And I'm feeling just like the compassion energy. We're letting our heart go out. We're not giving it away. We're expanding it out. But it's like we don't have to fight. I'm just that piece just keeps coming out. We don't have to fight. It's like we've got this. We've done the work. What do you want to add?
God, that message is so beautiful. And Kuan Yin being the goddess of compassion, it's so beautiful. And oh gosh, where we worked so hard, through wounds, through the integration of our own internal divine feminine and divine masculine. And this is why we're not going to be focused wholly on twin flame anymore, because the integration has already taken place. For the timeline we're addressing here, it's already taken place. It is integrated, so we don't have to protect or fight anymore. And this is one of the spiritual detoxes, so to speak, that I feel the divine feminine is going through when it comes to this 9/9 portal and September, just the new moon, and then of course the limelight shined on the 9/9 portal for sure in that exact regard, right? We don't have to do this anymore.
It's done. It's over. It's complete.
It's over.
The old timeline is closed. The old blueprint is completed. I mean, we're opening up and we're creating the new right here, right now. And we can't do it while we're still looking at the past. Like one of the messages I'm getting so loud in so many different readings is we're being asked to be present. Like presence is like the most important thing right now. And so we're not being given, a whole lot of information ahead of time, because we're being asked to be right here to see it when it's happening here. And that's also why I think we're losing, all the attachments and connections to the past too, because again, we've got to see what's happening right here. This is like, it's like literally forming right beneath our feet. And if we're looking too far ahead, we're going to miss some steps. So that's why I like the focus right now. It's here. Okay. Sorry.
No, oh God, you know what? I love that so much, because you're right. It is about staying present, staying focused on the now, because the work is now. The crossroads is in present time. It's not in some future. You've done so much healing work and so much preparation to get to this point, to be empowered and present enough to make the higher timeline choices. And Jen, when you were speaking, I just got this other huge flash where when it comes to like huge closing out of ancestral cycles, right? We have to, as the little change agents, right? For the ancestral line here. If you're here in this, chances are that's you and your family line, right? You are they call it the curse breaker or the change agent in the family. If you identify with that, if that resonates, one of the things that might be happening for you, this 9/9 portal, is your ancestors are loud. Maybe you're having dreams. I was telling Jen earlier, my father, he would have been 95 on the 7th of September in that full moon. And my dad back in the day, it was the 70s, my dad back in the day, he used to smoke Marlboro Red and he drank Miller High Life. And that was, after a hard day at work, he'd come home, have a cigarette, have a beer, and just relax for a minute. And I always smell cigarettes and beer when my dad is around. And this week I'm like, oh my God, Daddy, hello, ancestors. If you are having dreams, hearing songs, visitations from your ancestors, know that this old story of overprotection, of whatever it is in your line, they're taking it away. It's being taken away. And that's just another many of the many cycles that are closing. Yeah. Wow. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. So the next step forward. Let's get a card on that. A practical anchor. A practical anchor coming in is the Knight of Swords. Now, he is not the most anchored guy. He comes in hot. He comes in heavy. He brings it. Please know that this is interesting energy. This is the fastest knight. It's a very fast card. So 2 of the cards I chose are the fastest cards in the deck. This one being the fastest. This one being like second fastest, right? Boom, boom, boom. Your job, to Jen's point, stay as present as you can, because behind the scenes, your spirit team, your team of light, they are moving, moving, moving. Part of your team of light is your beautiful ancestors in the 5th dimension and higher. They're doing all of these changes. Your job is to stay present and to keep making courageous choices at the crossroads. They are leading you and pulling you forward in life. I've never had so much light shining out of a Knight of Swords before.
No, right? It's
That's not
usually
usually
the
what it means.
rage coming, but no. But I mean, the ancestor energy is really loud right now, and I mean, it's almost like this is their charge. Like, this is the time. We've got to like finally break the cycle now, so that we can open up, you know, the beautiful new reality that we've all been working towards.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it's interesting. I was actually talking to my daughter about this today. It's just like, we've been kind of seeing this for, you know, years, and it's not, we may not even see the completion of this in our lifetimes, but there's a reason why it's important for us to still do the work, even if we're not going to see the output. That's why our ancestors care. It's like we're creating every little step that each generation is adding is the thing that's bringing in this higher, you know, the new earth that we've been talking about. Like, literally, it's been in creation the whole time. It's just taken humanity this long to start understanding this is how we do this thing. Yeah, I mean, it's just they're not being gentle with this. They're like, it's time. They've got like the sword ready, and they're leading the charge. Let's go. So I pulled already with the potential outcome of what happens in our near future if we follow this guidance, and we have the 4 of Cups. And so, okay, the first thing I get is it's coming in, and we don't even see it. We're not that much aware that it's coming in because it doesn't look like what we think it's supposed to look like. And so, like, we've been expecting it to look like, you know, come in this shape, form, and package. And that's how we're kind of missing that. It's like literally right there, right over our shoulder. And I mean, this is coming back. Okay, this is going to get kind of big. It's like the coming of Jesus, the second coming of Jesus. You know, everybody's looking for it to look in a certain way. And even when the birth of Jesus, okay, I don't even want to go that far. Go to the birth of Jesus. People looked for it to be in a certain way to where they missed it when it actually happened. And so I feel like the second coming, the rising of the Christ consciousness, which is what's happening right now. You know, people are missing it because they're looking for it to look in a certain way. Mm-hmm. And I think even just personally, because I've had people say to me, you know, like, because they see like the things that I'm doing and the way that I kind of connect with spirit. Well, why don't I do that? Because that's not the way you're supposed to connect. Just like I was talking about earlier about all the different, you know, ways that each of the signs can, you know, ground themselves. We all connect with spirit in a different way too. And I mean, it may be based off of your signs too. I don't know, but it's not a competition. It's about learning, how do you connect? Where is your connection at? Because I guarantee you that, like, everybody has experienced every single one of the clairs. When I start explaining the clairs to them, they can usually connect. Yeah, well, doesn't everybody do that? Yes, everybody does it. Mm-hmm. But it's like you're putting some people on a pedestal because you watch them kind of connect in a much bigger way than what you think that you can. But they're just giving you the invitation and showing you like what's possible. I hope I made sense with that, because I feel like I kind of went on. Do you want to add?
Yes. Oh my gosh. Whew. Could you hold that card up again?
Yes.
Oh. Like Jen was saying, you know, when you think about the biggest blessings or good things that have happened in your life, they were completely out of left field, something you didn't even know was a possibility for you. And that's what this lady on the card here is doing. Know that whatever does show up, it's going to be unexpected. Expect the unexpected. Know that your next step forward will always be outside of your current paradigm or your comfort zone. Keep looking for, just keep being open for something new. You know, one of the things that my guides tell me every now and then is, Hope, you don't need to know all the answers. You just need to be willing. You just need to be open for something new, for something different. The mystery is our job, not yours, right? The solving of these mysteries, that's on us. And then we're going to bring it to you. Your job is to be open to it. Yes.
That connected me back with what I was just saying too. I ask the question to my guides all the time, why me? Why me? It's because I was willing. Because I was willing. That's all it takes. That's literally all they're looking for, is someone who's willing. And I mean, if you connect back, to the Bible stuff too, it says, ask and you will receive. That's literally, are you willing? Just make yourself available. So we don't have a lot in the comments about the card pull. So I do want to remind that we will pull cards for anyone tonight. We have a little bit more time available. So if you want us to pull cards for you, put a heart in the chat. But is there anything you want to add to just the energy that we've talked about, Hope? Because we've had a lot come through.
We sure did. And this is going to be, the bigger the growth, the bigger the integration process, and sometimes the bigger the symptoms that can appear on the physical. So just take extra care. Jen, I know you were saying that with this full moon, like you didn't sleep. Your sleep has been kind of weird. I have a whole different, my immune system is acting up. I might run a fever or just feel really run down. Just however it's showing up for you, just make sure to take extra care. And if you do find yourself in an ungrounded state, or it's difficult to ground, do your best to make sure you are not in a rush. Like maybe loosen up your schedule a little here, a little there, because when we're rushing around, to get things done in the human world, and we're not able to ground, which basically coordinates our entire physical interactions. It's very hard on the nervous system. It's very, very, very hard on the nervous system. And your nervous system is already heavily taxed in the integration process. So lighten the load wherever you can if these symptoms are coming up for you.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. So we do have a few that we can pull for. So we're going to start with MC. And let's see, you're going to pull a tarot energy for her, and I will use the Heart's Hidden Secrets.
All righty. I'm going to shuffle once more. Yeah. All right. The Hierophant. Okay, this one is twofold. So kind of like, what are you integrating, embodying more deeply, and what are you in release of? Your nervous system, your personality, your thoughts, your emotions, your entirety. I'll just say that. You are releasing old stories, old paradigms, old traditions about how things used to be done. This is a huge identity piece for you. Wherever you are in life, you are at a significant crossroads that is requiring you to release old aspects of your proficiency. How do I say this? The way we overcome challenges is by becoming really good about something, really good at something, proficient at something. And then that becomes a foundational aspect of our identity and our confidence. You're holding on a little bit too much to the old in order to let the new come in. Don't rely, please, on what you did in the past to create future success, and being open to what you have learned these last 9 months, especially. You have learned so much that has not fully integrated for you into wisdom because you're holding on to too much of who you used to be. I hope that makes sense. Yeah.
And I got silence. And so what I got from this is like the spiritual mastery is knowing when to speak and knowing when to stay silent. And so I feel like that because the Hierophant also connects with belief systems and traditions. Mm-hmm. And so you're not going to change people's opinions. So like when you start trying to, move into new directions and you're showing up in different ways than anybody's ever showed up in your line before, you're going to meet that with resistance. You're going to need to know which battles are worth fighting and which aren't. Know who you are, hold that to you. Don't have to prove who you are to anybody. And I think that's the silence that I'm feeling, is like, I feel this energy of just you like wanting like some sort of validation from a place that's not going to give it to you. And so just like your words are not going to, your words don't help you here. It's like they're just going to be used against you. And so this is like knowing where your words are. I can't get this to come out the way that it's coming through, but knowing where your words are going to be held and where they're going to be distorted. Because that's the key. It's like your words are the same. Your intentions are the same. Your truth is the same. But depending on who's listening and the filter of which they're taking your words through is how they're going to receive it. And so just know who you can actually speak to, know who you can trust these new parts of yourself. Because when you start sharing these new beliefs and just the way you're going, the old is going to try to project you and try to keep you pulled into that. And so like, do you want to add to that? Because I feel like I'm not getting it across, and maybe
that's beautiful. That's beautiful. So it's like if you're trying to try something new, and then maybe somebody that you've really listened to in the past says, well, why don't you remember all those years ago you did XYZ? And so you go, well, I was good at that. Let me go back into that. But then it's like that's not your truth anymore. It's like breaking free of what other people project on you as your next steps and walk your path. Yeah.
Okay. So we will pull for Miss Erica.
Okay. Miss Erica, actually, it's funny because my cards will be set and then they'll be like, shuffle once more. So here I go. Okay, Miss Erica. We have the Page of Pentacles. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Have you been learning a lot lately? Your intuitive downloads are off the hook. Your subconscious mind is integrating dreams, insights. If you're like, oh, wow. Let's just say the last week or two, when you go out in the world, your life is so loud at you. Like bumper stickers are talking. You see different times everywhere, 11:11, 2:22. Maybe you're walking down the street and you overhear parts of a conversation that's a message just for you. This little Page of Cups, learning how to synthesize and integrate all of the ways your life is speaking to you. What is it? Today is Tuesday. This will be going on super duper loud through this Friday afternoon. I love your guides. Friday afternoon, 2:22 p.m. local time, wherever you are in the world. Now, and so what this tells me though is come Friday night, like around 8 p.m. or so, watch what happens. When I say 8 p.m., that's a little rough, right? They don't tell time and spirit, So if it's 7, if it's 9, that's fine too. Paying attention to your body, paying attention to what's going on in your mind, the conversations that you are having. This little page, man, you are a sponge for information. And I'm so glad that your life and your guides are so loud at you right now, because come the equinox, come this next new moon, so much more of your life is going to make sense. You have been questing for answers and they are forthcoming. Yes. Gosh, that's a big message. Whew.
I pulled the healing card for her. And so like the first thing I got is like, she feels like she doesn't know what she's doing because she's never lived in this healed version of herself before. So everything is new. And so it's like, what does the healed version of you do when these things come at you now? It's not, because like the healed version isn't not experiencing the old triggers. The healed version just shows up differently. And so like, that's why it feels so like that beginner energy, is because you've never been this version of yourself before. And it's, this is what healing feels like. This is what healing looks like, but it's in the way that you're showing up differently every time these new triggers, not new, every time the same triggers show up, but now you're showing up differently because of everything that you've learned and worked through to this point. So she's done the work. She's absolutely done the work.
Absolutely. There's no, here we are with these Saturn energies. And I've heard different astrologers say, hey, if you've done the work, Saturn gives you a cookie, right?
Yep.
It's like, oh girl, you're going to be eating some cookies. Oh my goodness. I love it. Okay.
So next we've got Robert Sprite, and he actually he asked another question. So he asked if I had the fairy deck, and I do. So I'm going to let you pull a tarot, and I'm going to pull a fairy energy for him.
Beautiful. So, okay, so let me shuffle once more for you, Robert. I'll get the cards nice and fresh here. And let me pick a card for you. We have 7 of Cups. Wow. So what I do want to say is whatever you have been doing this summer so far is working. You have done so much to kind of simplify yourself, simplify your life, your mind, cutting out what no longer works, whether it's relationships, whether it's certain foods, whether it's you cleaned out the closet, whatever that is. You have done such a good job of clearing away what no longer applies to your heart, not what necessarily makes sense to your mind, but your heart. And because of that, this confusion is turning into opportunity.
So with the fairy deck, I got flexibility. It's Willow Spirit, flexibility. But I mean, I think that it goes perfectly with the energy that you've already pulled. And so that's the way that he was able to manage through all of the things that were coming at him, is because he didn't, like what I was saying earlier, he didn't hold you. It has to look in a certain way. It has to be in a certain way. He just allowed himself to be in alignment, be in flow. And so that, he was able to move with it as it was coming at him. So, I mean, he's done the work too. He's like, that's alignment, that's embodiment. Because you have to be present to be able to shift as these things are coming at you. So good job. I love it.
Oh,
all right.
I'll just real quick. And this was like, when I was reading this energy, it was so clear as doing the work. It's like really hearing your heart and not letting your rationale, your logical mind override that has made all the difference.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay. So we've got one more. We've got Laura Adescott.
Okay. All right. Okay. For Miss Laura. All right. All right. We have the 3 of Cups. This is about you. Oh, I love this. You're very serious about forward growth, achievement, progress, focus. And that is a beautiful quality. And because of that, you summit mountains. There is no question you summit mountains. The request from your team of light, please, is to take just a moment to appreciate yourself, where you've been, how you've grown, what you've done. And this is true for so many of us. We can be a little overly critical or hard on ourselves at times. Your life would say, please, girl, enjoy yourself. So if I were to give you, me talking to your guides, really your guides, giving you a little assignment, especially during the 9/9 portal, as these beautiful energies are so powerful right now, ripe for foundational change, do something that's purely for your joy. That's it. Totally impractical. Nothing but this makes me happy.
So I pulled the clinging card, and it came out in reverse. And so what I'm kind of picking up with like the combined energy here is it's the validation from other people. It's needing other people to tell her what is right, what is true, what is like. She doesn't trust her own intuition. She doesn't trust her own guidance enough that she's clinging to like it. She's holding to her friend group and her instead of like she's being asked to kind of stand more in her own, is what I'm feeling with that energy. Is like, don't cling so much to their opinions, because it doesn't mean that if theirs is different from yours, it doesn't mean yours is wrong. You have a different perspective, you have a different experiences, and you have a different purpose than the people that you may be valuing their opinions the most. And it's taking me back to that Hierophant card too, of just like, because we are moving these timelines. And so we were saying that we're shifting the time. You're not going to completely lose everybody from the old timeline, but you're not going to be able to resonate and relate to everybody from the old timeline. And I think that's part of what is being asked of her in this energy, is like these connections that were so important. Like she's got to release the way that they interacted, the dynamic that was in place before. Because I mean, I've got these same types of situations in my own life, and it's like, I know, like now then, people who I was so close to in the past, we have such superficial level, relationships now. I don't get to really involve them in my life, and it's sad, but that's the way that I get to keep them in my life at all. Because if I try to push, and I'm either going to lose me, because I have to be completely what they want me to be, or if I try to make them like, you have to align here, then I'm going to lose them for that. So I feel like that this is that type of connection for her. It's important enough, she wants to keep it, but she's got to change the dynamic that she's had with it. So I hope that makes sense. Okay. Beautiful. So do you have anything else you wanted to add to that? And that's the last of the card pulls that we had. So I had wanted us to close out with some sort of, journal prompt or affirmation or something that they could take off with. So what kind of energy that we've talked about tonight would you have for them? Like, because we've had a lot.
God, we've had some amazing energies. You know what I want to do? I'd like to do this. I'm just listening to the collective guides, and that last card with that 3 of Cups about just, God, celebrate yourself. Celebrate how hard you work, how far you've come, how deep you have dug, right? What you have overcome just to get to this moment in time, right? Because the timeline Jen and I are speaking with you on, this is not a beginner timeline. This is a timeline that says, I've seen some things. and so this is what I'd love to do, please, is we're doing our next live in 2 weeks' time. So the divine assignment, and please journal about it, is, what did I do or am I doing to celebrate me? To just, and it could be whatever, it doesn't matter what it is, right? Just to appreciate myself and how far I have come. We talk about helping embody these energies.
Yeah.
Right.
Because we get lost in the energy, and this is the opportunity to really ground in what you've done. And so I love that.
Yes. And I love it. Okay. So, and another change that Jen and I have made is, before the this live was, its home was on my channel, Ascending Life, and we made the shift. It's actually going to be home on the Awakened Jen channel. So that's where you can, if you're looking to find it, please make sure you're subscribed to the Awakened Jen if you are not already. That way you'll get all of the, is that how that works, Jen? They'll get all of the announcements about it or something? Okay.
And of course, you've got tons of things going on your own channel too. So make sure that you're subscribed to her too.
I sure do. Every week I'm doing an Ascension update. And boy, I'll tell you, one of the things going on for me with this 9/9 portal is, it's like I'm learning to find my voice in just ways that I never could have anticipated. I'm going to be dropping some cosmic readings, some 5, 7, 9D energies readings, because we're there. we are there, and that's where I'm feeling the pull. And so please subscribe, stay tuned. I'm figuring it out, and I'm going to be launching some stuff.
Love it. And I've got just a complete revamp happening on my own channel. And so like the Embodied Flame Temple is just one part of the things that I've got going. I'm starting weekly council messages, and I want to get in some live sessions where I pull cards for viewers. But right now my schedule is a little bit tight, so I'll have to find where I can fit it in. But that's future planning. So this has been a great episode.
And let me just say also, you know what? So you guys got a taste for the kinds of readings we do. If you're looking for any personal reading time, whatever, I know Jen has offerings. I have offerings, and the links are below. Yeah.
Yep. Down in the description box. That's correct. All right. So let us know in the comments what your biggest takeaway has been tonight. I know, like I said, we've had a lot. And if you want to go deeper, yes, we have links down in the description box for both Hope and I. And we're excited to walk this journey with you. And I just thank you for being here with us. And Hope, thank you so much. And I will see you next time. Bye.
Thank you, everybody. Bye.